good freaking morning. Oh my goodness, it is such a dark, gloomy morning, but it's kind of my favorite. This episode of Car Key is my quarter life crisis. And if you don't know, Car Key is almost like a podcast, except I'm sleep deprived. I really am not qualified to be talking about what I'm talking about, and I always get a little coffee and I'm in my car. Super fun. This morning's coffee of choice, I think it's so cute that they gave me a little pink straw to go with my pink drink. This is an iced oat milk latte with the cherry cold foam. Okay, let's get all of this. That's pretty tasty. Yes, my quarter life crisis. Did I say midlife crisis earlier? I probably did. I mean, hopefully it's not my midlife crisis, but let's be honest here. I'm about to be 24. This is more like a third of a life crisis. That doesn't have that much of a ring to it, and it's kind of dark. So, probably not gonna call it that. I am in a crisis. My first instinct is to say that I feel lost. That's not really true. I actually have a better grasp of my goals than I think I kind of ever have. It's just a matter of getting there and getting out of my comfort zone, because I really don't want to do that. It's so easy to be in your hometown and to be surrounded by like most of the people that you love. It's so much easier to do that than to just move across the country and start completely over. But starting over is kind of exactly what I freaking need. I need it. And I think I just need to talk myself through it. If you don't know, I've had this goal to move to Philadelphia for a while. In August, very, very, very soon, I will either have to make that jump or be stuck another year here. I would rather not do that. I'd rather not, and I'm so confident about that, and I know that I'd be so disappointed if I have to stay in Texas another year. It's such a big life change, and I've been struggling to kind of wrap my head around that. It's gonna suck not being able to see my family as much as I do, and money-wise, like, moving across the country is just expensive in itself. It's so stressful to apartment hunt across the country and not be able to tour it. I prefer handling this stuff face to face, and it's stressing me out so bad. This is like my main issue right now. I've been struggling with this for a while, and it seems so obvious, like, just do it. It's fine. I'm like the type of person that needs like 50 plans just in case one goes slightly awry. Honestly, I feel like I was going to move to Philadelphia whenever I visited in 2024. I wish I could just pick up and move here, but shit, maybe one day. I'm gonna make a PowerPoint presentation when I get home and send it to every single one of my family members and say, hey, this is why we should all move to Philadelphia. It immediately felt like home. Afterwards, I was like, okay, I'm gonna live here. It's just like the best place. I'm so sorry, it's the best place. For literally the past like year and a half, coming on 2 years, I've been planning this. But honestly, no amount of planning is gonna suffice at this point. I just have to do it. Really not much I can plan for. It's just a waiting game. And I hate nothing more. It makes me feel like I'm doing nothing. If I'm not stressing, I feel like I'm doing nothing, to be honest. Oh my God, is it hard for me to live in the present? I am currently at a place of so much privilege. My family's alive and healthy. Like, I have all of my grandparents except for the ones that I lost whenever I was a kid. RIP. I have my people. I have a job that makes me enough money to barely survive, but it's a job. I have honestly a beautiful place to live. I'm just so privileged where I'm at. I know many people that have moved away from home, probably more than I know that stayed at home. One thing I always hear that I never fully understood until I started thinking about moving across the country is how guilty they feel for leaving their family. I never got that. I was just like, how can you feel guilty about just living your own life? Hypocritical, I am aware. This specific element of it makes me feel so guilty. How can I leave whenever everything's so good? And like, how can I leave whenever I have my grandparents? I love my family so much. I'm in such a privileged place to say that. It's insane. To think about leaving them, it's rough. But also, I'd be doing a disservice to myself by staying in a place that I don't have a future in. I literally don't. All of my life, I've been here. I'm so ready, but I'm also terrified, and I also don't know how to do it or even what to do. It's tricky, but that's where I'm at. I'm just in such a transitional period, and I literally don't know how to navigate that. But then again, I do. I kind of do. I just have to do it and get through it. Everything feels so weird right now. It's like, I know nothing's permanent here. I don't know what I'm gonna do career-wise. If you don't know, I studied photojournalism, but I don't know if that's necessarily my path. I love photography. I don't think I necessarily want to go the news route. So I mean, part of that feels crappy because like it sucks to study something for 4 years and be like, oh, actually, I think I knew that in my second year at college, but I also knew that I can't afford to do any more years, so I'm gonna tough this out. Like, I'm not discrediting my degree. I think journalism's an important skill to have no matter what, especially with the state of the world right now. Like, we're all kind of journalists, so I'm glad that I at least know how to be a good one. sorry. I don't know why that seems so shady. Hold please. Holy shit, it's really pink. What the heck? But I just don't know if I want to like work at a news station or like go to war. I don't think I do. At least not right now. I don't know. I feel kind of behind my old classmates, I guess. They all seem to have it a little more figured out than I do. I've also been kind of playing with the idea of becoming a real estate agent. I think that would be super sick, honestly. And I think what I really want is stability. Sorry, it looks like I'm squinting at that really loud car. I put on sunscreen this morning and it's in my eyeball. So that's kind of painful. That's not my favorite. Anywho, what was I saying? The end result of all of my long-term goals is stability. Like, that's literally all I want. I know I'll get there. You know, I'm 23. Such a weird age because I know how young I am. I was a teenager 3 years and like a few months ago. I don't know anything. My brain isn't even developed. And that's not an excuse for me to like not have my together, but also I think I need to give myself some grace here. I think it's literally impossible to have it all figured out, especially at this point. I don't think you'll ever really have it all figured out, and it doesn't help that my parents were literally like my age right now whenever they had me. Are you joking? I cannot have a baby anytime soon. It makes me feel a little sad. I remember as a kid having so much anxiety about my time with my loved ones. It's actually pretty devastating. For example, I knew I'd only see my grandparents in Midland every other Christmas, right? So I would literally calculate in my head how many Christmases I had. It was always a mental countdown, literally a ticking time bomb of how many days I would have with this experience. I don't know if that makes sense, but I don't know if I've ever really had a good relationship with time and the passage of it. Does anybody? But like, even as a kid, I didn't understand how young my parents were. I think they divorced whenever they were like 29, 30. That's so young, but that's kind of where my memory of them starts. But then whenever I became a teenager and my brain was like actually not just a pile of mush, still kind of was, I had a grasp of like, oh, my dad's 44. Like, that's not old. That's actually a really good age because in 10 years, I'll be this age, he'll be this age, you know? And they've been like a little bit younger than all my friends' parents, so I'm like, okay, I have time. And I know that sounds really bad and really selfish. It's just kind of what I told myself to cope, I think. What I'm trying to say is, I don't even know. I don't even know. Welcome to car key. Should I just start over right now? No, okay. I just need to talk about this because it's weighing me down so much. I'm trying desperately to live in the present. I don't know, like half of it's sweet to like daydream, have this like very specific goal, but it's also like, I do enjoy Fort Worth to an extent. It's home. It's always going to like hold some value to me. I'm very quickly about to not have this time here. I need to be grateful for where I'm at because I do love the city to an extent. I wouldn't want to live here for the rest of my life, but I do love it. I love it like a very distant family member that I was close to like as a child. It's so difficult trying to navigate this because if I don't somewhat live in the future, I'm not going to be able to accomplish my goals. I think I've gotten a little better at like not living in the past. Still think about the past pretty much every single day. But I'm not stuck there. I mean, there's like certain aspects and certain days where I'm like, damn, I wish I was existing before the pandemic again. But I think that's just a product of literally having that transition from being a teenager to being an adult kind of stripped away from you by a global pandemic. Like, it sucks. I think the big part with that too is that I just didn't have much responsibility as a teenager. All I really had to worry about was going to school. I wasn't very good at going to school. So like I kind of failed in that regard. But I think my social life was at somewhat of a height. It was not a peak. I will never say that I peaked at 16. Like I was a baby. How can you peak when you're a baby? But it was such a big year of change, I think. That's what really did it for me. I mean, I've talked about this before, but like whenever I was 16, I got my first car. I moved in with my dad. It's crazy to have a long-term relationship at 16, but like that ended. And I had this clean slate basically, which is kind of funny and ironic because that's all I really want right now in Philly, and that's what I'll get. Like, and the thing is with that also, I don't know why it kind of sounded like I was from Minnesota right there. I think whenever I'm trying new things is when I thrive the most. It makes me the happiest, and I just love newness. I really do. It's almost a problem. I'm the most unhappy when my life feels like a constant cycle of itself, and a cycle that I don't like. I'm just kind of like merely surviving and not living, and I have been for a pretty long time. I was like that kind of all throughout college. I feel like for a long time I was trying to revert back to the previous era that I really enjoyed. You can't really go back, you know, and I wouldn't want to. If I woke up and I was like 16, 17 again, oh my god. And I woke up and I was like, I have to do it all over again, especially if I knew how everything was gonna play out. Get me out of there. Get me out. I don't think you could pay me to go back and relive the last like 7 years of my life. I'm fine where I'm at. The build up to that change whenever I was 16, it would have been so much more difficult if I had an idea of what I'd lose. Now I'm in a much different place where I can see into the future a little bit. I just know myself better, so I can predict how I'm gonna feel whenever this change actually happens. But back then, I barely had a brain. Like, and I'm sure I had this thought of like, okay, whenever I move in with dad, I won't see my little siblings as much, but I don't think I understood the weight, and I might have did. I don't mean to discredit my teenage self. It doesn't matter to me now. Oh shit. Did I just have a breakthrough? In 7 years, this is going to seem so small. I'll recognize, oh, that sucks to move away from your family, but that's crazy. So I think I solved this problem for myself. And this is the power of car key, and this is the power of talking things through, voicing your concerns. I don't do this often, kind of a problem. That's honestly why I really wanted to do this car key. I know it's very me-centered, and that's not typically my vibe. I try to help other people as much as I possibly can. Like 50 of you watching, love you. That's a lot of people. I love you. Thank you for being here. I can't believe you're here. But it's not like I'm like changing the world out here. You know, that's the point I'm trying to make. This car key was for me. Thank you for listening. No, I probably have more to say, but let me think on it. Look how cute this drink is. It's like a little Minecraft cherry blossom drink. Oh my god, that's adorable. Going on a little coffee rant for a second. I feel like more and more people are getting on this fruity coffee grind, and I support it. It's kind of weird, especially if you think about it too hard, and I feel like more and more coffee shops are incorporating. What is this video? Oh my god. I'm just trying to say that more coffee shops are incorporating fruity flavors in their coffee, and it's not as weird as it seems. So who cares? My god. What am I even talking about at this point? Kind of last thing I wanted to talk about. I'm probably, oh my god, I'm forgetting so much. I've been having this mental conversation and like prepping for this car key for weeks, maybe even months. This is the biggest thing in my life. I just try to avoid things that I know are gonna hurt. And this one's going to hurt. It's also going to be kind of the best thing I've ever done for myself. So that sucks. Wish I could have it all. I wish I could have my family there. I wish I had a little bit more money to make this move a little less stressful. I wish I had the perfect job lined up. And what I really wish is that I didn't have to give a 60-day notice to end my lease whenever there's no way in hell I'll get an apartment 60 days before. So there's gonna be a period where I literally am going to have no idea where I'm gonna live. So that's awesome. That's my least favorite thing in the actual world. Oh my god, I'm stressed again. Maybe this is a midlife crisis because at this rate I'll have a heart attack in like 20 years. Let's think objectively again. Let's center ourselves. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I don't know what I'm doing. Does anybody? Do you? I don't really know my demographic anymore. I'm gonna check that real quick. What age are you guys? Oh my god, that's kind of sweet. Do y'all kind of pity me in a way? Almost all of y'all are ages 25 to 34. And thank god, in the last 28 days, most of my viewers have been female. I love you so much. Thank you. My God. Do you know how scary it was a few years ago? Almost all of my viewers were from men. Guys, I mean, should I say girls? This is really exciting for me. I feel very safe. It's almost like I have a big sister. I'm the oldest child. So sorry for my younger siblings. I don't know what I'm doing, so I can't imagine how I'm setting an example for them. But you're kind of like my big sister. I feel so safe and loved. So sorry, I'm like giddy over the fact that like older women If you are a woman ages 25 to 34, I guess I can ask you. There's a chance that you've already gone through exactly what I'm feeling, so what would you tell me? So how would you, I need to stop. I'm open to advice if you're willing to give any. I don't really know what I'm doing. It's just a weird time to be alive. In a few months I'll be 24, and if I don't move out of Fort Worth, I will be here until I'm 25, and that scares me. Very, very bad for kind of no reason. I'm still so young. That's not to excuse any idiocracy and like not take accountability, I guess. I have time. It might go fast, but I still have it. And I've always been like a really independent person. The two words that were most used to describe me whenever I was a kid were responsible and independent. I love my family so much, could not live with them again. So I think that moving across the country, is it a big leap? Yes. I feel like I'm putting my life on hold every second that I'm here. It's tricky because this is a topic that's going to be ongoing. I'm always going to kind of feel this sense of like scared to take the next step. So I don't really know how to end this video except with many loves and thanks. And if you have any advice, let me know. Is it focused? Has it been focused this entire time? Or if it has, then there's just sunscreen in my eye and I can't really see anything. So let me know about that too. I'm gonna see y'all next Sunday. And I think I'm really wanting to do a vlog where I'm like kind of finding myself again in honor of this ongoing crisis. Stay tuned. Talk to you soon. Bye. Love ya. Bye.